James Dean's considered a Hollywood icon because he appeared in lots of films like East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause, where he played a young, dangerous guy, something that a lot of teenagers of the time wanted to be. He had fast cars and a leather jacket and lots of things that made him seem rebellious and dangerous. So I think that helped his popularity in those films. I think part of the reason that James Dean is considered a Hollywood icon is because he died young. In his youth, he played lots of characters that were young and dangerous and rebellious. And because he died, we never saw him as an actor grow older. And so part of his mystery is that we've never seen what could have been. Would he have kept that rebellious nature all through his life, or would he have gotten old and mellow through the ages? I don't know.
The story of Elizabeth Taylor is an interesting one because she started out as a child actress, and then she became an adult actress famous for her beauty and her beautiful eyes. Many people think that Cleopatra was her best film, but for me her greatest performance was in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Who's afraid of Virginia?
She was the first movie star ever to be paid $1 million for her role in a film. She's been married 7 times. Sorry, no, I think that's 8 times to 7 husbands.
The reason that I think Marilyn Monroe is a fantastic icon is that even now people are still taking from her. People like Madonna, Kylie, you know, they were inspired by Marilyn Monroe. I think the best film that Marilyn Monroe did was Some Like It Hot, and she actually won a Golden Globe.
Everyone talks about Marilyn Monroe as this icon. And of course she was very, very beautiful and had a very tragic existence, of course, and very, very brief. But my personal only experience of Marilyn Monroe has been watching Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. And it was a very long time ago, so I'm not sure if I got this right. But what I noticed about that film, which I found really funny, was she had this way of just like going up to a guy and saying, like, asking a really banal question in a very, very husky voice. And not... She would never stop moving her lips. Even when she was not talking, she would still move her lips. So she'd go up to someone and she'd say, like, "Excuse me, sir, can I use the bathroom?" Like this. And like forever moving her lips. And I couldn't understand it. And like as like a guy growing up in the 20th century, you know, it's the 21st century now, I don't understand how that works. But it would leave all these guys in these films absolutely flabbergasted. I mean, they go crazy. And like, you know, I'm sure back in the 50s, like, it was absolutely outrageous. But now it's like, I just find it funny.
I think Marlon Brando is such a fantastic actor and rightly called a Hollywood icon because of the range of roles that he's played. You know, he's been in Hollywood since his teens and stayed there making great films all the way through to, you know, his 50s and his 60s. I suppose the first time I saw him, though, was in The Godfather, where he played Don Corleone, who was the head of an Italian mafia family based in New York. And it was such a quiet and sinister role. He had this gentle, serene look about him, but at the same time the words that were coming out of his mouth and the things that he would do were quite shocking. It was a very disturbing film to watch.
Well, the thing that struck me most about Marlon Brando is that when you watch a lot of his movies, the ones I think especially made in the 50s when he started out, it's very striking that often the other actors are fairly bad. They're fairly poor actors. I remember very distinctly, I think even Streetcar Named Desire, thinking, wow, this is really corny. And then the moment Brando steps onto the scene, it's, oh, now it seems natural.